Hey all, welcome to ShareTrack. This is Raj here. I'm going to keep these videos short. If there are some tickers that you want to look at, just put it in the comment section and I'll make sure that I start covering them. Because I am thinking that looking at the number of views, I'm thinking that I'm just going over a whole volume of information. Very little of that is of relevance to our audience. So I'm being mindful of that. So please keep that in mind. If your ticker doesn't figure today, please put it in the comment section and I'll make sure I include it going forward. Let's start off with S&P 500. The chart pattern is looking very bullish indeed. And we have the MACD crossing over the signal line going towards the bullish side, and momentum is also above average and pretty strong. Plenty of room on the RSI. So this is looking great. However, if you look at the real world, we still have the tariff issues going on and a whole lot of other messes going on with the Russia-Ukraine war and the Middle East war. Everything, nothing has improved much. So as I mentioned in most of my recent streams, I don't see any major reason why these shares should be doing so well. The market should be a little bit concerned, but we had to follow the momentum. At this point of time, it looks like S&P 500 is in a pretty good nick. It's going up nicely. Nasdaq is also moving up very smartly. Overall, both the indices have been positive today, and it's around 3:59 p.m. Anytime now, the market will close. So we have notched a really good gain for today. If you look at the VIX, it has subsided and it's gone below the line of support that was there before. So I'm going to mark it as a resistance at 18.16. Right now we are at 17.67. So basically what the market is telling is that they really don't care about what is happening around. And one interpretation by many people is that, even including Deutsche Bank, is that taco trade is in place, and at the end Trump is going to chicken out and let everything go and we'll be back to normal. But from my perspective, I'm thinking that even if Trump decides to roll back everything and decides to change tack, the damage is already done for back to school season and to holiday season. And these are all big market segments which affect consumer electronics, which affect companies like Apple, Dell, and Lenovo, and so many companies, and it all spills over into the economy. So I'm still going to be bearish, but if you feel bullish in this environment, just let me know in the comments if you can share some ideas with me that can make me also bullish. Looking at the chart for gold, I had drawn a reverse head and shoulder pattern, but it did not get triggered because we need to go all the way up here, and we seem to be moving down. This is called as a 3-crow pattern when you have 3 red candles in a row. This has become 4 crows. It's super bearish right now. But I'm expecting that overall, based on the fundamentals, it should go up very soon. So I'm watching this carefully. I wouldn't enter into gold right now. This morning I was thinking about doing so, but I'm going to wait a little longer and see how things turn out. Next, let's go on into genomics and see what's happening out there. Those who hold Prime rejoice, because the market, the gods of the market have granted you 11.76% gains today. For what? I don't know. There is no new catalyst out here, but we'll take anything we can get. So our support remains 1.17, resistance remains around 1.76. And Intel was up 7.33% during the day, still constrained by the 9-day exponential and this minor line of resistance at 7.83. So the MACD as well as momentum are pretty weak. Caribou Biosciences is up 7.70. So at this point of time, I won't even claim to know what is driving the markets. It's pure sentiment of the participants of the market who are thinking that everything is hunky-dory. There are provisions in the big tax bill which is going to tax wealth funds, it's going to tax pension funds, and any holder of US bonds who lives in countries that the administration may deem unfriendly. It's not defined what is unfriendly, but if you are an investor from an unfriendly country, then all your dividend and interest income will be taxed at 5% in the first year, escalating by another 5% every subsequent year. I think the ceiling is 50%. So I don't know if the market participants are actually reading the details or it's a casino going out there. So that's my frustration. And that's the reason why I don't find myself enthusiastic about doing this technical analysis, because what I think should happen is very different from what I see on the charts. And usually good traders say, forget your emotions, forget your biases, follow the momentum, look at the charts. But then my fear is that one day suddenly it may drop precipitously. So I'm already on the sidelines. I've taken the money out. And further, I have also moved some US dollar out of my US dollar side of the account into the Canadian side of the account to preserve some value. So that's what I have been doing. And let me see what else is interesting me out here. CRISPR Therapeutics is something that I always want to see. It was up 2.95% today, still range bound like yesterday itself, same resistance and support for it. But the good symbol out here, good symptom out here is the bullish MACD and above average momentum. So that is pretty good. We can take whatever we get out here. So we have Illumina also on the positive, up 0.90% today. Constrained by the 9-day exponential, supported by the 20-day exponential. So it's we will take any positives that we can get. So Illumina and CRISPR have been covered. Next, I would like to look at VRTX, which has got a positive of 0.27% today, and MACD and momentum both are looking pretty decent right now. So that's all I'm planning to cover for today. I would also like to talk about Bitcoin before we close, because Bitcoin is starting to move in tandem with the markets. And in a way, if you look at this will look like a bull channel, but I'm thinking that we have a bear channel starting from here, a bear flag, for which the bear flagpole starts from, at least from here, if not from here. And this is a bear flag. So it could break down on the downside. And we have this resistance out here at 106,357. So I'm going to watch this carefully. And I think if I was holding Bitcoin, I would definitely sell at least half of it to book profits. Again, personal opinion, not financial advice. MACD is bullish, but tending towards the signal line. Momentum is also dropping, even though it's above average. So that's how I see it. Another cryptocurrency that I am interested in is Ripple, XRP. So this one has formed a cup structure. It remains to be seen if it can form a handle. And if it does, then probably it will be in for huge gains. MACD is bullish. Momentum is also pretty high. So that's all I have out there. And yeah, that brings me to an end of today's session. And before I go, I'll show you the status of the futures. The futures are continuing to march upwards, and they're marching towards a destination. And I believe that destination is this line out here from a long-term trend. That's what will ultimately push us down. And likewise for NASDAQ, it's also heading higher. So there you have it, friends. I'll catch up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.